But the selection process oftentimes is a teamwork. Yes. And I also want to thank Christina, who I think had to leave early. Christina is our gallery manager, and it is her professional skill that helps us to do an attractive show. But before we invite, and also usually we invite artists to give a talk, before we invite artists, I would like to say a few words about the arts, the works that are on display. Here is a space which we call the Monroe Gallery. We are looking at paintings by Vian Borchardt, correctly pronounced? Vian Borchardt. And next door in the Monroe Parlors, the F11 Women's Photography Collective is showing prints by 4 members. Please raise your hand, those of the collective, as I read the names in alphabetical order. They are Christine Bernstein, Judy Günther, a beautiful picture on your website. You'll like that one. Blair Jackson. Lilies Werder will act as the spokesperson for the F11 collective. Now, what caught my eye about tonight's art? We can all agree, and of course, Vian is very direct about it, that the style of her art is expressionist. It is not just a continuation of abstract expressionism, the dominant movement of the 50s, especially in the United States, nor is it harking back to German expressionism, which remained figurative throughout its many reiterations up to the present, including Anselm Kiefer, who is currently the leading expressionist painter. What characterizes, I believe, Vian's approach to expressionism is that she inhabits a space between figuration and abstraction. Certainly one of the interesting qualities of her paintings. I'm sure she will say a few words about her favorite view. Let me simply suggest that her self-imposed limitation, which is of course not absolute, opens the doors to let her fully explore the color in all its breadth and depth. Warm versus cool blues, light versus dark blues, blues veering towards red, others towards green, blues that are intense, vivid, pure, versus blues that have been blended with white, gray, or black. I could imagine an artist spending a lifetime exploring the color, the way the great French painter Pierre Soulages did, who recently died at the age of 102. Must be all those fine French Pinot Noirs. And I hope the club is going to serve us Pinot Noirs next time. And the hue that Soulages had a singular attraction to was black, just as blue seems to fascinate Vian Borchardt. Now to the exhibition in the adjacent gallery, the Monroe Parlor. Let me briefly explain. The ongoing renovation of the kitchen of the Arts Club has forced the kitchen staff to migrate to parts of the Monroe Parlor, which is the reason Christine, our gallery manager, and I had edited the submission of some 32 prints substantially. Of the 8 prints that each of the 4 artists submitted, we could hang only 4 or 5 per artist. I still hope that you get an idea of the aims of the F11 Women's Photography Collective. Let me repeat. The names of the 4 photographers are Christine Bernstein, Judy Günther, Blair Jackson, and Lilies Werder. Lilies Werder will afterwards, together with Vian Borchardt, come up here to the stage and of course explain a bit more in greater detail about the art. With regard to the prints in the Monroe Parlor, I would like to highlight just one observation posted by one of the photographers on her website. Incidentally, I highly recommend that you look up what all 4 have to say about their work. Here is observation in question, which in certain ways may represent the artistic process of the entire collective. And I quote, "I don't just take photographs. I use a variety of technology available to me to enhance my images in the post-editing process. I use layers of textures and special effects available today through digital software to create moods and emotions in my photos. I push the reality of the image to give it a more ethereal quality, sometimes dreamlike, in order to evoke feelings and emotions that register individually for each viewer." Unquote. What the author says here, and what I believe is important, is the notion of using digital software to create moods and emotions. It is this effort, this striving, this skill that turns a click of the button of the camera shutter and exposure into a work of art. Without that emotional quality, we are speaking just of illustration. The 17 prints that are on display in the Monroe Parlor are testimony to this difficult task of turning photography into art. But now, let's hear about the artist. First, William Borges. Why don't you come up?
Hello everyone, thank you so much for the beautiful speech, and I love what you said about my artwork and the choice, and I do love the German Expressionists. They're actually my favorite, and Ansel Kiefer is one of my favorite artists. And can you guys guess what's my favorite color? What is it?
Blue is you.
Thank you so much. So I love the color blue, and obviously because blue is the color of the sky and the color of the ocean. And for me, the color of the sky and the ocean are very soothing to look at. I also love clouds, and that painting is called Blue Happy Clouds. It's a recent painting, because I feel like my head is always in the clouds, and I'm a dreamer, so I'm always looking up and looking at the clouds and making shapes out of them. So I did prepare a small, very short statement about the artwork that helps you kind of understand more the thought process and the meaning behind the work. So all these paintings are acrylic on canvas. They kind of vary in size, but they go in a way within a certain theme, which is nature. I'm a nature lover, so I try to represent my love for nature through my own artwork. So this is the statement. I'm an expressionist artist. I describe my artwork as a form of visual poetry. I believe art is a connecting force of good that goes beyond borders, insinuating that art is a form of universal language by which we all comprehend. I seek to connect with people through my visual world, aspiring for the world to come together through the arts. Nature plays a huge part in my artistic journey. I'm an avid nature lover, where contemplating upon nature helps me reach inner peace and attain moments of Zen. I seek through my work to celebrate my love for nature and the environment, while highlighting the importance of nature in one's lives. The artwork aspires to be a bridge that intersects the connectivity of art and the environment, expressing the significance of living with nature and its benefits on humans. My work captures the essence of time, movement, and memory in a lyrical way. Hence, my art aims to bring a meditative sentiment in a poetic way, in the hopes of transcending the viewer to a higher realm where calm, peace, and harmony align. Moreover, besides being a multifaceted artist, I'm here to find the light, be it in my art, but also mainly in my life. The light guides my vision and my mission in this life. Through my art, I aspire for this light to come through and be a source of inspiration and joy. Hence, I desire for my art to be a source of enlightenment to those who view it, bringing hope and rejuvenation to the soul. So this is basically, in a nutshell, my work, and thank you again for this one.